2 weeks after Zuckerberg said, "Je suis Charlie," Facebook begins censoring images of Prophet Muhammad. Only 2 weeks after Facebook CEO Mark Zuckerberg released a strong-worded "Je suis Charlie" statement on the importance of free speech, Facebook has begun to censor images of the Prophet Muhammad in Turkey, including the very type of image that precipitated the Charlie Hebdo attack. It's an illustration, perhaps, of how extremely complicated the nuanced issues of online speech really are. It's also conclusive proof that what many tech critics said of Zuckerberg's free speech declaration at the time, sweeping promises, are all well and good, but Facebook's record doesn't entirely back it up. Now, I'm on Facebook as Slipknot P. Harrington, and if you've ever been to my page, you'll see I rarely use it. I must post once every 6 months, literally. I cannot stand Facebook. Facebook's new Chinese-style political censorship system goes global. Facebook will now decide what is deemed real news and what isn't, and I bet any story that backs the globalists' agenda will be allowed to stay on the site, deemed real news. But anything questioning the globalists' agenda, or something they don't want you to know about, well, that's going to be removed as a conspiracy theory. So Bill Gates calling for world government in Facebook's eyes would be deemed not real news, so could be removed from the site. However, Bill Gates has in fact just called for world government. Those pesky bloody conspiracy theorists that have been going on about world government for years and years seem to be right again. But I bet Facebook will remove this post and try to stop people finding out what is actually going on. And of course, who can forget that Zuckerberg called his users dumb fucks for trusting him? This is the man whose users have made him billions of dollars. He just calls them dumb fucks. That alone should make you close down your Facebook account right this second. Aren't there any other alternatives you can turn to? Can you see what's happening now following the Paris Charlie Hebdo attack? It's so Orwellian, it's not even funny. We're told by the government, via the media, we have to ban free speech to save free speech. We have to remove internet freedom to protect internet freedom. We need to kill people in far-off countries with bombs to protect them from others' bombs. We need to occupy a country so they can be free. France begins jailing people for ironic comments. You see, the whole Charlie Hebdo protests are not about free speech at all. It's about taking your free speech. A couple of weeks ago, how many world leaders marched in the name of saving free speech? Bollocks. They marched so that they could take your free speech because of that attack. German police ban anti-Islamic Pegida rally in Dresden citing terror threat. We're always told the terrorists hate us because we are free, apparently. Well, now those terrorists are actually managing to get our governments to close down free speech. That means that terrorists are winning, and our governments are clearly giving in to them because they're doing exactly what they want. But it's not just about insulting Islam or giving in to terrorists. Government have used Charlie Hebdo to close down free speech in general. UK government gags and intimidates charities that criticise austerity policies. British charities say they've been targeted in a subtle yet menacing fashion by prominent political figures for publicly criticising the coalition's austerity policies. Others are silenced by gagging clauses in government contracts. The coalition's ramped up efforts to silence dissent poses serious difficulties for charities that compete for government contracts to provide public services. Gagging clauses embedded in such contracts have allegedly been used by the coalition to prevent voluntary groups from engaging in unwelcomed public debate. Now, I'm not working on the house today. My son isn't very well. He's had diarrhea, shitting through the eye of a needle. Horrible. So I've been at home. I was flicking through the channels earlier and I came across The Right Stuff on Channel 5. I only saw the subheadline. It said, "Is telling a sick joke a hate crime?" How long is it going to be before somebody is seriously arrested and sentenced for telling a fucking joke. Are we really going down this road? When will someone be disappeared for dissent or disappeared for criticising the government? Curtailing free speech is a very, very dangerous Nazi, Stalin, Mao, Castro road to go down. But in today's society where people don't even believe what they see with their own eyes or don't even believe what they hear with their own ears, I'm sure the general public will enthusiastically back a campaign to remove free speech to save free speech.